All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Nerd Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We are so happy to have you. It is a blessing. It is a blessing to have you guys on this Monday afternoon because you guys could be somewhere else. But you chose to come to spend your time with us. So we want to thank you for that. It really means a lot. Everyone who has been supporting my books, thank you so much. That means a lot. Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Butt and Cold Call is available now on Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com, buy the book written by yours truly. So we are so glad to have you. Also, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Go to dynastymirror.com. You guys see the banner at the bottom that's scrolling through. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com and purchase a book. Greatly appreciated. It really means a lot. So I have my brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. That means a lot. Just show support. My thing is, since we're offering value, the least you could do is show your support by liking, sharing the content with others. Because you might be watching this and you might not find value in it. I don't know why you wouldn't, but somebody else out there might find value in it. So pass it along, pay for it. So we will greatly appreciate that, you guys. So today's topic is, in this new economy that we're facing, right? Your side hustle needs to be your number one option now.
Right.
Your corporate job needs to be number two. That's where we're at right now. And I remember, I told this story before, guys. If I keep recycling stories, I apologize, but it's important. You guys hear this. Again, my auntie, she's been working for the DMV now. Listen, I'm 38, so she's been working for the DMV now at least 45 years. At least we're gonna say 40 plus years, right? So I was telling, me and her were talking because my mother just retired around this time last year, and we were talking, and my mom, she gets her pension and all these other great benefits since she's retired. It's like even though she's retired, she's like making just as much probably more, counting Social Security, counting what she was taking home. Like she's probably making the same amount of money or even a little bit more than she was making when she was working, clocking in 9 to 5. And I was telling my aunt, we were having a conversation in regards, because my aunt, she'll probably be in the same situation. So we were talking, and I mentioned the term vested. And she's like, vested, what is that? And I said, oh, vested is like you have to be on the job for a certain amount of years before you get the benefits and your pension and all that. But people like myself, or people who are coming in now, they don't get the same benefits that you and my mom have gotten. And she was like, really? I was like, no, it's changed. It's completely changed. The perks that you got, perks that my mother got, those are gone now. And then I brought the term vested. She was like, what do you mean vested? I'm like, vested, you have to be on the job a certain amount of time before you start getting perks. She was like, huh? Yeah, so, it's just the perks that you got for working a job, especially a state job. Because, Sacramento, that's the capital. So we were taught, you get you a good state job. Security, with the unions, they can't even fire you that was the rumor. Like, you can pretty much not show up to work because of the unions. They can't fire you. You had all these perks, but now, those days are over. I mean, you might get good health insurance with Kaiser, but, now the time we're in, the budget cuts, the layoffs, I'm going to read an article here shortly. Those days of, I'm going to wait till I retire before I start a little side hustle, or I'm going to chill, I'm not pulling that good pension. Because, a lot of people, when they got on these jobs, like working, like being an entrepreneur or a side hustle wasn't even an option. Like it wasn't even an option. And what's crazy? This is a little off topic. Like all these, I know we were having this conversation. Somebody brought this up in the chat room. She said, during holiday season, I would get a job at JCPenney's.
Right.
Those days are over. Like these big box department stores, they're shuttering. You might get a holiday job maybe at Walmart or Target, but outside of that, I mean, unless you're trying to get on an Amazon and work in a warehouse somewhere, you know, those days are over. So like even the senior citizens who would, I'm gonna work at JC Penney, a little holiday job, just work the floor a little bit. You guys are going to be competing for Target and Walmart now. And then, or maybe Amazon. So it's shifted. The climate has shifted. So it's you better be building something at home. Like I said, the new economy starts from home. You better start building from home, right? And then if you want to work a job to get benefits and all that, that's fine. But you better be building something at home.
Dad, I'm trying to maybe I just kind of met a few people in my life. Yeah, your aunt is going on 40 plus years. I mean, she could have sat down a long time ago. Did she just truly just love what she do?
I'm 38. My mom just retired last year. My mom is 40 plus.
I mean, do your aunt just love what she does? I mean,
what else are you gonna do?
I mean, she doesn't have to do it. Obviously, with a career that long, or does she?
But you got to understand, like in Sacramento, the state job, you just do it
for 45 years.
She has to be 40 plus. I know my mom was working for the Department of Justice in California before I was born. I'm 38. She just retired last year. I was 37.
Oh, God bless her. If that's what she wants to do, great. I have no problem with that. That's what she truly wants to do. I mean, rarely have I even heard of stuff like that. That.
Really? Well, that's
you're that long with one job. Not that long with one job.
In California, these folks have state jobs for that long. That's normal. In fact, I'm gonna tell you another story. So I took my car to the shop this morning to get my bumper fixed. There's a guy I was talking to in the parking lot, and I was talking to the shop owner. And the shop owner, he told me straight up. He said, "You see that guy right there? He's been off of work for 5 years. 5 weeks now. He's been working for the same company for I think he said 30 years. He told his buddy that he needs to go ahead and retire because when these 5 weeks are up, they're gonna fire you." That's exactly what he told him. So he started filing retiring paperwork. And guess what? When he came back, they were trying to force him to retire, but he was ahead of the game and had already filed his paperwork. After 30 years, they're gonna let him go. 30 plus years.
There is no such thing as a good job. You may love your job, but your job does not love you. Your job doesn't work for you. Your job works for the shareholders. Right. Man, I need to, I'll probably I'll probably go on my YouTube channel tonight and speak on that.
Yeah.
No, now that that's actually up. It's with the loyalty, what loyalty? You better be loyal to you and your family first, and you and your family only. It just no. Whew. Unfortunately, those stories are gonna become more and more commonplace.
Right.
In this market right there, and respect to whoever that individual that told that man, but I was good looking out because
he told him, he said, "Look, after these 5 weeks, they're not gonna bring you back, so you need to go ahead and just retire."
Yeah.
He told him.
Now, what if they would have fired him with that? Would he forfeit all those benefits?
That's a good question. I didn't get that.
If they would have fired him, rather give him the time to retire or resign, they could have fired him. Could he forfeit all those benefits that he had went there?
I didn't go that deep, but that was my question in my head. Like, okay, what if he gets fired? Then he can still retire. But
probably someone in the chat room could answer it better than us. I'm leaning toward yes, I guess, because if you get fired, you terminate. They can take all that. They don't have to really pay you those benefits in some cases. And that's why they often you get the time. Often you get the option to resign. If you resign, that's another different deal. No. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I was going to ask that, like, well, if he gets fired, he can still retire. I don't know. But he was with that. It was a bakery, and it changed ownership, several times. And He said he's been on that job 30 plus years.
Well, God
But like
bless
I
him,
said,
man.
Gerald, I can't imagine working the same job for golly. And there was a study done saying if you stay on your job for more than 5 years, you're actually losing money because the experience you have, you should be able to climb up the corporate ladder. But all that changed now. But that's what they were saying.
Wow. Well, I have a friend that when I first came into Alabama, the year I came in, 85, when I started, I came in as a freshman. He he was about 86 when he graduated. He had a job already waiting for him at a major trucking company.
Okay.
Runs out of lives in Mobile now. They transferred him around the state, the country, all over, him and his wife. Man, he has been there since 1985, but he has been steady climbing up the ladder too.
Right.
A 30-something year career with one company. He's a terminal manager. So I guess it's happened. I just don't see much of it or hear much of it. One person staying there. I have a friend, a brother-in-law, man. He has been with UPS going on 30 years.
Wow.
Started like 19 years old, right out of Atlanta, and just stayed with it. So it's possible. If you put it like that, I guess it is. It's just so rare. But you're right with those benefits that your aunt spoke of, man. The OGs,
Yeah.
that's not offered not a lot to the younger people coming in after them, and it's unfortunate. And that's why so many of the younger generation so turned on by entrepreneurship, because I guess they're like a lot of them are taking a stance, and rightfully so. Hey, I'm not going to be like my parents. I'm not going to sit up there and
Right.
work somewhere like this. And I hear about my friends getting off and getting laid off and fired. I'm not going to take that chance, because I don't think Social Security, anything else, is going to be waiting for me when I finish. So
Right.
they're being proactive about their future, and rightfully so.
Absolutely. I want to jump into this article. So, what inspired this stream was an article that I found on Facebook on Forbes. So this is from Forbes.com. Some 42% of jobs lost in pandemic are gone for good. Let's see here. Only some of roughly 36 million jobs lost since the beginning of the lockdowns, designed to protect hospitals from surging cases of COVID-19 patients, are not coming back in a V-shaped or a U-shaped recovery. The University of Chicago estimates that 42% of the recent layoffs will result in permanent job losses. Ooh. We find three new hires for every 10 layoffs caused by the shock, and estimate that 42% of recent layoffs will result in permanent job loss, writes Jose Maria Barrero. Nick Bloom and Stephen Davis from the Becker Freeman Institute at the University of Chicago in a working paper titled COVID-19 as a reallocation shock, published on May 5th. Guys, make sure you hit that. So in the comment section is my shout out to Susan Tribe. In my comment section is the my affiliate link. Sign up, click that link, sign up as an affiliate. All right. It's also streaming right here in the banner, and also be in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. I'm going to personally call you, and we're going to get you guys up and running. Most of those workers are now surviving on a record level of unemployment insurance. That means that some workers, including part-timers, are actually making as much or more from unemployment than if they were collecting a paycheck. But that stimulus is not permanent unless the Democrats get away with their universal basic income policy to give people around $2,000 a month, a nice subsidy to corporate payroll. New initial claims in at 2.98 million on Thursday, lower than 3 million plus in the previous weeks, but not much less. Jobless claims also beat consensus estimates. Barclays expected 2.5 million. It's worse than it looks, says Michael Reynolds, an investment strategist for Glenmaid in Pennsylvania. The labor force participation rate is even worse. Investors have been betting on a quick recovery once states lift their quarantine orders, but betting on when that will be is becoming increasingly difficult. Let's see here. There's no reasonable way to handicap this. If we were in a recession and you were asking me how long it would take to come out, I could handicap that pretty well, just looking back at history. I can't do that with this. Yeah, you're right for sure. Like no one like it's gonna linger on for a while. No one knows. Says Crit Thomas, global market strategist for Touchstone in Ohio. We are operating on a much higher degree of uncertainty that we've ever had before. Why is the market acting as healthy as it appears to be? It's only favoring industries that are benefiting from this. If you look 3 to 5 years out and try to pick up stocks that are cheap, it might be okay. Then again, I might end up buying something for the value of it and end up buying companies that are not going to survive this, he says. Investors are convinced that as a result of the job crushing pandemic, people will likely want to build up precautionary savings going forward, spending less. Business will want to ensure sufficient liquidity buffers. Banks are already increasing loan loss provisioning. Uncertainty points to low investment, says Neil McKinnon, an economist for VTP Bank in the UK. The restoration of a possible relocation of global supply chains take time, and responding to a post-pandemic environment will take us into 2021. More government interventions, such as the Fed's promise to manage the yield curve and a more online economy, are likely outcomes. Online, work from home. Investors can pick their winners from those two certainties. Billionaire George Soros said this week that there was no way to go back to a globalized economy post-pandemic, adding that he worries about the survival of the Eurozone and escalating U.S.-China tensions. There we go.
What's the climate like in Atlanta? I mean,
I was
Atlanta, wall-to-wall traffic, booming downtown area. What are you noticing? Because I'm not a mall guy. I'm not really.
I'm not a mall guy either.
Okay, so what is the streets? Streets packed and full like they used to be when and I was there. What's going on?
Joe, I'm gonna say this: people are out. I mean, it's not packed, but people are getting back to life because everything's pretty much open. It isn't like California or New York where everything's shut down.
That's exactly how it is down here in Tampa. I mean, down here in Tampa, man, we're thriving. The Wesley Chapel Market. The downtown district. I'm in a place called North Tampa. Exactly where it is. Just exactly what it says. Town and country. That's another area. You would think stuff is thriving down there, but even when I went by that Applebee's, I mean, you were seeing stuff. Customers coming in, and the gym to open up the day. Although I'm probably going to send them a thing, say I want to cancel my membership because there's no sense of me, getting going in there with a mask on, and the way I work out, I wind up passing out or something like that. But it seems like everything down here is slowly coming back. I mean.
How's your karate studio or judo?
That's been shut down. Ninjutsu. That's been shut down for about going on 3 months now. Hopefully Master Russo can keep the place open. I mean, we lives off just with students paying tuitions and stuff, and we've had to suspend that, and we're doing a lot of online courses, but. To me, it's not the same as I'm working out with the dojo with being online. That's been very difficult for me to be able to train like that. I have to have people I spar with, but yeah, I mean, but you see it down here, man. It's pretty cool. I know there's a problem out there. I mean, now the Miami areas, they're real hit. The Miami is the Manhattan of Florida. With all the activity and especially with the cases, but. In Florida has really 4 major cities. That's Jacksonville to the northeast, and Orlando. It's in Central Florida. Then you drive 80 miles to the west, and you're over here at Tampa, where I am, and then the Fort Lauderdale, Miami market. But I'm not really hearing a lot of I'm not really hearing a lot of things, but then again, I haven't heard anything about Disneyland open up, and we're going in tourism season, and
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but nevertheless, nevertheless, yeah, Mr. Jelani, I'm a blue white belt in ninjutsu, you know, and so what, but I know that something's happening. I know that something's happening. I've been focusing so much on my Carrot Bar business, on the online business community. I'm just trying to stay ahead of this, man. No, really, just really trying to stay ahead of this. And hopefully just propel it a whole away from it. And like my friend Michael Delco has done. But you look around, I mean, a guy just bought one of the condos right across from me here, so people are moving, and on the beaches. Well, so it's kind of deceiving, man. And so they throw these numbers out, and you're like, okay, I know there's something going on, but you look outside, you don't see the for sale on homes, and you don't see the things like that, but there's a problem.
Fitzgerald, people are still buying homes out here, and like it isn't like the prices have took a hit. Like the prices have kind of relatively stayed the same.
And to counter what Miss Susan Tribe says, she's absolutely right. She's saying everybody in my neighborhood is sitting in their driveway, staying home. Miss Tribe, the same exact thing down here. Come to think of it, cars are parked around here sometimes like it's Sunday. Here it is a Monday afternoon, and cars are still like that. But also Miss Tribe and everyone else, a lot of employers have switched their employees to online now. That there's a lady, there's a company who I'm thinking about. Have been looking at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Well, the lady who was trying to recruit me and stuff, she's been totally working from home. And traditionally, with that type of business dynamics, that you used to have to go see your clients. But Blue Cross Blue Shield was one of those companies. They got ahead of this thing way before the pandemic. I guess they had some foresights in there to see that most of our business is going online, but they're doing that. So I'm not saying that for anyone to think that this is not a threat. It clearly is. It clearly is a threat. What's going on in the economy right now? Now those economic forecasting numbers are not lying, and they're going to continue to increase. I just don't want individuals to make the mistake under the sound of my voice and Diane Samir's voice. I don't want you to make the mistake like everything cool ain't really hit me yet. Give us some time. Give us some time, because companies can't keep running without liquidity. They can't keep expanding without income, and maybe the negative interest rates will be pretty good. Maybe they would definitely facilitate the more lending and more lending. I don't see how it's going to be pretty good for banks if they can't make their stuff up like that. It's just so much uncertainty out there. Meanwhile, the online global community is booming. Our business, Carrot Bars, is booming. Many other online businesses are booming. So I know there's a problem, Dinaz, and I know I got to keep working. I know I got to keep working to stay ahead of it, but I just don't want to get caught like, wow, when the bottom finally, gets so bad, like, okay, I don't have anything, and the stuff that I do have is not serving me or my family well. I mean, the cash has done lost so much of its value. I mean, it's not even really worth for getting out there. And especially if you're sitting up there telling me stories like some people are making more on unemployment check than going than
yeah.
I mean,
I was talking to a friend last night. She was like, "I'm not going back to my job. I'm making more on unemployment, so I'm just gonna start my own thing."
Yeah,
like she literally.
Yeah, I mean, but these articles I think are going to keep increasing. But nevertheless, one would not be wise if they keep hearing stuff and seeing the economics projections that they're talking about, not only this country, around the world. One would be not very wise to not take advantage of this time that you have down to certainly build a residual income that can more than stabilize your family. Even if you don't need it right now, even if you don't need it, it's best to put things in place that, like, it's stuff really, hits the fan. You really have some way you and your family can be fine. You and your family can still thrive. I'm not concerned about survival mode. I lived that too long in my past life. I'm determined about the thriving. So that's what I'm doing with Karatbars. That's what Dynast is doing with it. Makes perfectly sense to us. And judging from the calls that I keep getting from people who have listened to us on these broadcasts, I mean, many of them are doing the exact same thing. I mean, I'm a real big proponent that you can never have enough residual income coming in your house. I just truly believe that.
I am too. I agree, guys. Make sure you hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Please subscribe. Also, affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. Also, it's on the screen. It will also be in the description. Really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, Karatbars, great opportunity. We've been getting paid every Friday. Again, as I said before, we keep saying this. I don't want to sound like a broken record. In the new economy, your economy starts from home. All right, the days of relying on corporate America are over. Even my former job, which prided themselves on lack of turnover, they had major layoffs. So I mean, as you say, you might love your job, but your job doesn't love you. There's no such thing as job security. Again, the purpose of a job is to fund your financial freedom. That's the purpose of a job. That's another show. But that right there, that should be the purpose of the job. It shouldn't be to let me get to retirement once I turn age 65. Let me work this job so I can pick my kids to school, which is important. Everything all encompassing, paying for your home, paying for your children's education. Use your job to fund your financial freedom. That's what it is. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. I read this story a while back about this school teacher who never had made something like $35,000. Never made it, but she didn't have any children. She was never married. But upon her death, she had left the school $1.5 million. She was systematically living below her means. She was paying herself first. She had good investment funds that she was putting in. She was very, very savvy with that. And so she just chose, to take care of her interests first, and never told anybody, lived in a modest house, drove a modest car, never nothing flashy about it. But like, people were so surprised when that check showed up. And so yes, your job will fund finance your freedom. I don't care if you make $12 an hour. I don't care what you make. Discipline yourself to pay yourself at least 10%. Well, how am I going to live? You'll live. You're not gonna miss a lot of things that you think you need. Somebody can just cut out eating out as much, and prepare your food at home. Sometimes if people would go get like a Starbucks coffee, man, some of those could run as much as $5, depending on which one you get, the mocha, tropo, rappo, flappy, or whatever they call themselves. Those things can be very expensive. I mean, if you go to the supermarket, and you just go in that food court, and that stuff weighs by the pound. Everything can get so expensive. You check out the line, and here's the 88-cent candy bar, the 99-cent air freshener. Nothing is on your list. And so movies, you don't get a chance to go to those right now. I take that. I long took my movie budget and I cut that out. And I dialed up the $7.99 Netflix, and so I look for ways of how I can save, and how I can really par down where I can put more money into it. into what something's going to bring me back money. And that's discipline. You gotta be disciplined. Many of you guys hear me, I like going to the store and picking up a lot of food and stuff like that. I just seem to buy a lot of fresh food. Nothing wrong with that. But I can't plan that out better. What I need to do is start going, okay, I'm not going to spend this week. I'm going to get myself, I'm going to not spend more than $55 this week, or even $40. Well, it's just me. I can get away with that. I'm not driving anywhere, so I'm not having to put much gas in my car. So yeah, I've been able to accumulate some money, and I've been able to buy gold. I've been able to buy cash gold. I've been able to put things, build an income, that I'm making that income make me income, which is ultimately the reason for an income. And what I love about Carrot Bars, if I see like, my coffer's getting a little like what I don't need to be, let me go talk to someone today. And I did just that. I was riding just that today. I was riding my bike and I got flooded out. A flash flood caught me on the trail and had to pull over. And I thought the park ranger was coming to get me. It's some guy back there riding with a lawn care company. So I waved him down and threw the truck in. He took me back to the site. So you know what I said to him naturally? He asked me what I do. Well, that was music in my ears. So I told him, I run an international gold and cryptocurrency business. And then I went right for that thing that I mostly teach on here. Hey, you keep your income options open. You ever look at ways to make money? Sure. Okay, great. I'm going to text you my business link, and then I'm going to follow up with you. And I'll follow up with it later on today. And people out there are looking, and people know that they need to get stuff. Although they know they need to get more money coming in, and even though they're out there hustling and maybe business is going pretty decent, they know that it could end anytime. Not necessarily because they don't have clients want to work. Want to do business with them. What if the Governor DeSantis down here decides to issue another stay-home order? What if Mayor Castor of Tampa decides to issue another stay-home order? I had said that my youngest brother, in addition to being an attorney, he owns a beauty spa. Him and his partner. I mean, when they reopen, I mean, they have clients wall to wall waiting for her to get back, to her to open that again. So she's in a very, very unique business. My brother has a very, very unique business on that. But you better believe, when before that thing opened up, Dynast, he was out there filing for them loans to try to get afloat, stay afloat and everything else like that. I mean, everyone's feeling this, right. So what we need to do, okay, how can I stay ahead of this curve? Okay, if I'm doing good, I need a residual income. If I'm losing ground, I need a residual income. If I think I'm going to lose ground, I need to build a residual income. I need to save in assets. I need to acquire gold. I need to make sure my financial house is in order. I need to create a residual income. And with that, I need to create another residual income. I need to create another residual income. I want to have at least 5 to 7 streams of income coming into my home. So if something like this was to happen again, me and my family and those who depend upon me, we will be straight, and our lifestyle won't be interrupted. And if that's the case, also in addition, you gotta look at that. What if I'm sitting on an extra $10,000 a month cash coming in with all these great sales and all these people having the sell low and some good stocks out there to take advantage of? Now I can really start acquiring some of those with a low cost in comparison to what they were. And I know they're going to go back up soon and thus increase my income right here. But it all starts with income. You need cash flow. And that's the number one thing I talk about when I come on here. You have to have cash flow. I mean, I went from switching like, maybe I want to get a condo, or maybe to think about condo penthouse. I'm switching back to my roots. Like, I grew up on a farm. Man, I want some land again. I want some land where I can go out there and plant me a garden and something like that, like we used to have. Maybe that'd be I want some land where if I had to go off the grid and get me a generator, and get me some things like that, it's a self-performed, contained entity. I want to buy me about 10 acres with my residual income, and get my stuff, get my rifles, get my guns and everything else like that I need. And maybe that's how I'm thinking. Maybe what if something happens to the food chain? What if happened? What if
July Toure in the chat room says the president of Tyson Foods said the food chain is breaking.
Okay, well, not when you grow your own, it ain't.
Right.
Not if you keep your own seeds, it's not. And I find myself gravitating back there like to that. My father, he up there in Alabama, man. Dad always keeps a garden and makes so much food, he gives it away, but that's cool, and that's my roots. I know how to survive. I know how to survive if I have to, but still, no matter if I go back home to Alabama, if I go back in that little small farming community, I'm still going to need income. And I can promise you, I'm going to keep a clean passport. Our passport doesn't renew to 2020, 2021. I want to have these things just in case. You must have a contingency plan. You must have some. Okay, what if the grid breaks down? How are you going to get water? How are you going to get supplies? How are you going to get needed medicine? What if that breaks down? How are you going to get ammunition for your gun? How are you going to do these things? These things have got to be considered. But while there's order coming far as around here, while the economic system hasn't completely folded up, we need to be really, really working on our grind, building something for our own self. The jobs are going to be fine. The jobs are going to be fine. They really are. You got to make sure you and your family are okay. I never seen anything like Carrot Bars. The type of business that it is, save gold for yourself in small increments, no minimums, no maximum to buy. You operate in 149 countries. You can create an incredible, mind-blowing residual income. Trust me, that you're paid every week in euros. You're able to have your business, the home-based business, relatively for free. You're able to leave your income in the event of your death to your children. You really, really want supercharge income? Get one of the 4 business packages: VIP, gold, or silver. Bronze. I recommend you start at a VIP, but if that's not you, if that's something you're not feeling, go ahead and get a gold or a silver. And just get to work. All the packages come with gold. They're tax deductible. Especially in the United States. I don't know about the other countries, and all we're doing is getting to work. And go ahead and start creating that residual income. So go ahead and start putting something together. How much income can you make? How much do you want? Literally. That's the question. We have a chance, as far as with Carrot Bars, to get a total of 180 dual team payouts per week. 180 dual team payouts per week. Just to give you an idea about what that means, Dynass and I, at our level, we get $80 per dual team payout. $80 per dual team payout. Gold packages get $60 per dual team, 60 euros rather, per dual team payout. Silver gets 50 euros for a dual team payout, or 40 euros for a dual team payout. If you just multiply that by 20 dual team payouts times 80 per week, that Dynass and I could just sit here and make at home. Or if you're a goal, 20 dual team payouts times 60 per week. That'll set a lot of people pretty straight. That'll take off a lot of financial pressures. We work from home. Our time is our time. And when I say Carrot Bars is a perfect business right now, absolutely perfect business with what's going on right now. But the product is gold. We save in gold. It's an online business. With 149 countries around the world, we don't have no minimums, we don't have no maximums, we don't handle no shipping. No, we're not here to sell you gold. You set your own account up and exchange your paper into gold, which is rising in value. You tell other people, and you can create you a sweet income for us from doing that. All while working your job. The one's calling you to quit your job now. You can't quit it yet. That's your choice. You can put as much time or little time as you want in this, but nevertheless, I suggest you put some time into something to build build a future for you and your family. I mean, we used to come on here. We used to come on here like we used to come on here about like June, July, August, when we really get ramping up, September, even up to December. December, that was when things are kind of normal. It looked like January, things started really unraveling, and then come February, like boom, the bottom just dropped out. And we used to say people like, okay, this is something you want to do, it's up the it's cool, maybe you want a side income, and that's cool. You do. We think you should. Dynas and I both have changed our stance on that. You need to create a residual income. He is absolutely right. And I haven't heard anyone say that but him. Your side hustle is going to be your hustle.
Right.
Your corporate job is going to be your side hustle, because once they start like say, hey man, we can't get capital to expand, or hey, we're about to default on that loan that we for that $1 billion company we open up, or hey, we don't got people coming in and working right here, well, we can't pay our bills, so mass layoffs are going to have to compensate. They're going to have to look at ways of how they save money. And the highest thing that companies pay is in worker salary. So that's the most logical thing to go. So now one person is going to have to do the work of maybe about 2.5, and not necessarily get more pay, but it's just a real bad situation. And I don't need to make it worse than what it is. It's quite bad already. And so I just asked the question again, like I've asked so many times, what are you going to do? What's your plan? What's your plan? Not doing anything is not an option. Staying still is not an option. What is your plan? In case this pandemic, in case of disruption of your household financially, what if it extends to the rest of the year? Which I think it is. I mean, they've already talked about certain communities. They have the school shut down for the whole year, the remainder of the year, just right off 2020. What if it goes now? It's the 5th month. I mean, we got 7 more months into this to the end of the year. Could you and your family survive 7 months with these circumstances here? No, most people don't have 6 months or a year living expenses. Some don't have anything. What do you want to do? What are we going to do? Yeah, they're talking about stimulus checks, but what if they keep their bickering in Congress and keep infighting like children, and that money is not getting to you? What the money passes, the money goes by big business first, then you. In essence get what left. You in essence gets what left over. While big businesses getting multiplied millions, they're talking about cutting you a $1,200 stimulus check. Oh, I think we'll do it again. Well, that's going to give you $2,000. What is that? What is that? No, down here in Florida, and I can believe it because I can believe it because I don't trust any politician or believe anything come out of their mouth. They're just trained liars to me. And so when Governor DeSantis said down here, well, the reason some of you guys ain't getting your employment check, I kid you not, Dynas, look it up. The reason why some of y'all ain't getting any employment checks because some of y'all y'all just flat filling out the applications wrong. That's what y'all doing. He said that. Y'all just flat filling the applications out wrong, dog. We can, the system work, but if y'all ain't filling the information out right, that's what the hang up is. He said that. He said that. As opposed to saying, here's the truth, dog. We don't have the money. That's the truth.
Right.
Filling your application out wrong. Well, I guess it maybe a couple people, but to say that you know what I mean. Take care of the economy of your own home, ladies and gentlemen. Stop depending on the Democrats or the Republicans or whatever the heck they call them. Stop depending on someone else to take care of your household. Stop thinking, if Biden going to get in there, he's going to be like Trump, or he's not going to be like Trump, or Trump get in there, it's going to be more the same. All politicians are nothing more than two wings of the same bird. And once you understand that, you have to understand, it's up to me to take care of my house. Get yourself in a strong economic position. That's something that you can control. and something that your place will be straight. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that. And so we're going to see more rough times for people. We're going to see more people, more people are going to get hurt. And you know what bothers me, really bothers me? You know what's going to hurt the most? The widows, the children, the single parent home, especially like single mothers. Those are the ones going to really be hurt big time, especially like the children and the elderly. Though the elderly, they can't get out there. Elderly and child, they can't get out there and work no 40 hours anymore. The price is going up. All these programs that are designed to help them. A lot of them are going to be under threat. If not, they're just going to run out of funding, Dynas. And we have senior citizens in our Carrot Bars business, and my God, they're seeing a lot of this. And they're getting on board. And as for the babies, they can't get out there and help themselves. What Matt Samir look like trying to go out there and work? A 6-year-old trying to go out there and work 40 hours for a job. Right. That child should be concentrated on what new toy he's going to get for the sandbox. Right. He shouldn't have to be worried about that and things like that. But his father happens to be in a decent position, working himself in a better position. What about that single mother? That she needs that daycare, that child care service open up where she can get out there and work that job. She can't watch. I mean, this is a hot situation. But single mother, elderly lady, elderly man or woman, you can build a monetary empire through Carrot Bars that will stagger you. It'll have you in a point you think about, now y'all just keep this check for this month. I'm cool. It will put you on that level. And take that experience that you have worked and built great companies for someone else, and just turn a little bit into that yourself. And because you're going to have to. See, we're talking about putting you in a position where you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for medicine or rent, or how they're going to give you subsidies. We're talking about put you in totally in the commanding seat. No one's going to fire you. No one's going to discriminate against you because of your age or your color. We're going to help you, Dynas and I. We'll help you use the computer. We'll show you how to build. And as far as that single parent too, the single mother and single fathers, we'll show you exactly what to do. This is a team effort, and we'll take that chance as far as which we don't really consider taking a chance. As long as you want to do something, you got to have that. I can beat this like with a broken record, but it's going to be so true. And the people who don't take action in programs like this, the people who don't sit up there and try to build something to own, that's the program. The people who are going to take action, they're going to say, well, them politicians don't care about it. I could have told you that before you joined the program. I could have told you that back 40 years ago. Only the rich get rich. Of course, the rich get richer. You know why? Because the rich have systems that bring them wealth. The same system we're trying to bring you. Of course, they're going to get richer. They have systems that work for them. And the poor get poorer. Of course, the poor get poor, and they're going to keep getting poorer because they don't have systems that bring them wealth. They spend their money on liabilities instead of assets. They don't plan. They don't look to improve their skill set. They look out there and just for the most part just take what's given to them. So of course, the system is not designed for anyone except business owners. It's really not. So of course, the poor are going to get poorer. And the rich are going to take that money and put it in more assets to keep themselves getting richer and richer. And the poor are going to sit out there in the middle class, say, my God, can I just go get another job? Can I go, instead of working 50 hours a week, can I add on another 20 with a part-time job? You only have so much time in a day. So you have to know how to leverage your time, thus leverage your income. And that's why I'm so proponent of that, because Dynas and I, we tried that system. Lord knows we try to make it work. We try to climb the corporate ladder, and did pretty good for the most part. But after a while, you're expendable. After a while, something's going to happen, and you know what? Most of the stuff happens is beyond your control.
Can't control it.
You can't control it. You can't control it. But by building a Carrot Bars business, it's exactly in your control. You control what you do. You control who you talk to. You control how you expand. You control where you expand. You can control your income, how much you make or don't make. I mean, it's really, really up to you. save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. No, there's a link going down at the bottom, like a ticker tape on there. What doesnt has its link right there. Go ahead and click register for free. FREE, capital. No, it takes you about 7 minutes to fill out the 2-part registration form. When you register with Carrot Bars, you're going to get an email saying you have successfully registered. Then you go ahead and click on that email and verify your account. Then you're going to get a call from Prince Dynasty. He is gonna help you get a package. He's gonna help you answer your question. Invited. Man calls everyone personally, and then he's gonna give you my personal phone number. 1716-573-6296. This thing right here. This is not a burner phone. This is my personal cell phone number. It's been for years. Well, Mr. Fitzgerald, why do you give it out? I want you to get in touch with me. My phone is actually a smart phone. It's smart because it actually makes me money.
Right.
That's what makes it smart. And so you're going to call me, and what am I going to do? I am going to I'm going to take time to set you up, to show you how your business works. We're going to do a goal statement because I wanted to find out why you're doing this. I said it many times, and it's worth repeating right now. If you don't have something, or if you don't have a goal you want to achieve in this business, if you don't have something you're working for by joining this business, do not become a part of this, because you won't do anything. You won't do anything. And so when I say a goal, it's not enough for you to tell us you want to make more money. You want to be rich. How much money are you looking to make? When do you want to do it? Are you looking at $5,000 a week, $5,000 a month, $1,000 a week, 600, whatever? Once I know that, then I can go ahead and help you put a plan together to do it. Do you want to pay your student loan debts off? How much are they? When do you want to pay from? You want to move out of apartment and put down for your first house? How much you going to need? You want to be debt free in your household? What's the total amount of your debt? Okay, when do you want to do it? Okay, let's go ahead and put a plan together and let's work together to achieve it. That's what I mean. And so if you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, I recommend you don't even become a part with doesnt. I really recommend that, because you're not going to do anything. You have to have laser focus. You have to know where you're going with time dates in order to achieve anything. I'm probably one of the few Carrot Bar affiliates going to even tell you that. Michael Delco, my sponsor, would. Because this is serious. I mean, we're very serious about our economic household. We're very serious about your economic household. And that's all you do. How much gold do you need to get? How much you want? When do you need to get it? Whenever you want. Nobody's going to force you to do anything. No. Do I need to tell others? No. You can just say gold and do fine, but you're going to want to tell others because you can duplicate your efforts, and maximize your business. What a man like myself, not too far from 12,000 affiliates around the world. Did I get a percentage off of those who purchase gold and any other thing? I think it works pretty good for me. That I get paid every Friday along with doesnt, that we can spend. That's how I bought my money. That's how I bought my stuff from Walmart today. And that's how I pay for all those public trips you guys hear me talking about. And so we know. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this is just a touch of the surface. What really could happen. Venezuela, their money practically worthless. An OPEC nation,
right?
Greece, a European nation. Okay, they became like their stuff. Same stuff happened in Zimbabwe. What makes us think that in our certain part of the world, whether you are in Africa or whether you are in the United States, what makes us think we're invulnerable to all these things? What makes us think we're invulnerable to like $24 trillion in debt? What makes us think that we're so cool because we're name your country or I'm a U.S. citizen born and raised here. So what makes me think that USA is special? What makes a country is not 250 years old? That in civilizations like the Roman Empire, they fell through debt and overtaxation. And they fell because they were spread out everywhere and they couldn't pay that debt load. That's why they failed. It wasn't conquered. And so your household will fall too if you have great debt loads and no assets to keep continue coming in. Oh, you also have to have something that's going to deal with inflation. It's going to take more of your dollars to live. Gold outpaces inflation. You also got to concern yourself about the taxes, because you got one inflation destroying the purchasing power. You got one variable, taxation, and destroying the purchasing power of your dollar. Then you got another variable on the other end, inflation destroying the purchasing power of your dollar, and they're both closing in just like this on you. And that's why you go to the grocery store like, God, why are things are so much higher now? Have you guys noticed that food prices are going up in the stores now? Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to continue to rise. They keep talking about food shortage, food shortage, food shortage, food shortage. It's almost like someone's preparing you for something, Diane. No, it really is. And so as I usually come on here, and I'll end with like I often sometimes do. Okay, Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. Voltaire, he was an economist. I'm not sure whether English or French, but he said fiat currency means paper money will ultimately turn back to its intrinsic value of zero. He didn't foresee this paper money here called cash gold. He didn't foresee this on his radar. He didn't foresee that 1.1 gram. This totally doesn't apply to him, because that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is gold within the note. That doesn't apply. This is always going to go up. The gold is literally in the note, not backed by gold. It is gold. Okay. And so Fitzgerald Stephens said, if you don't find a way, if you don't make moves will be made on you. And also, money must work for you, not you work for the money. Get that out your head. Get that line of thinking out. Don't compliment anybody like that anymore. Don't even compliment yourself saying that I work hard for the money. Mr. Man and Miss Woman, you're not giving yourself a compliment. You're not. The only way you give yourself a compliment when that statement, you have to reverse it. My money works hard for me. Therefore, if I want to be on the beach, if I want to be spending time with my child, my husband, my wife, and I want to do that, my money's working for me. My money's working while I'm sleeping. Not that I'm sleeping, not that I'm working and my money's sleeping, like it is in a checking account or something like that with these negative interest rates and stuff. So I'm finished, and I truly love doing what I do. God, I get paid to come out and make people's lives better. I get paid to help take away financial stress from people, because I know personally what it does. That's why you guys hear me talk so much passion about it. That's why you hear me talk with such conviction. Heck, everything I'm telling you guys, I lived. I live. That's why I talk about it. And plus I'm an elder right now. I know what keeps happening. You keep doing the same thing over. I know these jobs don't care anything about you. I know what happens, if any little things. Life is so fickle, so fickle, and you have to figure out some way. How do I get my time back? How do I get my money straight? How do I get my grind on for me? Once again, Fitzgerald Stephens defines freedom as this: having enough time along with enough money to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, for as long as I want, without having to ask any man or any woman for permission to do it. That's true freedom to me. And that should be the prize everyone goes after, to be free, to not have to worry about, like Michael Delco said on the stream, Diane, his daughter called and said, "Hey Dad, something happened to the car. It's going to be a $4,000. Mike said, "Get it fixed." Get it fixed. Now, what's next? He said, I used to have to say to her, "Get on the MARTA." Oh, well, I don't know how you're going to do it. Get it fixed. See, there's a whole nother life on the other side of money. You don't deal with all that stress and that foolishness. You don't have to deal with a lot of that stuff. And we want you guys to experience that. And yes, Dynast and I are constantly pursuing that. But along the way, we know that we get to help you and your family experience the same thing. And so I hope you guys have a very, very good day. The sun's popped up again right here. Maybe I can go finish my bike ride, or you know what? Now forget the bike ride today. I gotta help some other affiliates with this thing. So you guys have an awesome day. It's great talking to you. Give us a call. We're looking for business partners. We
Yes,
reach
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. So Karatbars, all right. So what you're doing, all right. Number one, what's the objective of Karatbars? So what we want to do, we wanted to make gold available in small increments to the masses. So as you can see, cash gold, 0.1 grams of gold. I don't know any other place where you get this. All right.
You can't.
This is our 1 gram gold of 1 gram
gold. No.
Exactly. So what you're doing, all right, you're going to click on my link, sign up as an affiliate. All right. You're going to acquire a package. All right. We have 4 different packages: a bronze, silver, gold, VIP. All right. With this package, it's going to give you a small amount of gold, and it gives you your franchise rights. Okay. So now you have the opportunity. Now you have a franchise. All right. Now, the higher the package, the more commission that you earn when you bring people on and they buy packages or acquire gold from you. So that's the difference between the packages. But any package is going to give you your franchise. I say start off at silver, well, VIP, but at least silver, because you have the opportunity to earn 2 upgrades within a 5-week period, which we'll get into once you guys, once I call you and you acquire your package. I could go over the details. All right, so you're going to acquire a package. Okay, that's going to give you your gold franchise. Okay, you're going to save at least 1 gram of gold a month. Why? Because you want to convert your fiat currency into gold. And then also, too, you're rewarded once you get others to do the same thing. All right, so now you have your franchise. What's the objective of a franchise? To grow your franchise. So you're going to present the opportunity to other people. They buy their franchise through you. You earn residual income. You earn commission off of that. You leverage the efforts of people that you bring on that purchase a franchise through you, and then you get people to buy or purchase gold through you, and you get paid. That's the keep it simple formula. Okay, we want to keep this simple. We don't want to overcomplicate this. All right, so that's what Karatbars is. Acquire a franchise, get people to do the same thing through you, or get people to acquire gold through you. You get paid. Let's just keep it simple. Let's not overcomplicate it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Also, Karatbars link is in the chat room. It's on the screen. It is also in the description. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for who. Thank you so much for joining. Go to Amazon.com. Buy the book. Just search Dynasty Mirror or search the title of the book. Peace.